Hey everyone! This is our third devotion that addresses the question, what do you worry about? In the first devotion, we talked about worries that are associated with our legitimate needs. Then in the second devotion, we talked about worries that are associated with life not going like we would like for it to go. And in this devotion, we're going to talk about worry that is associated with what we think other people think about us. We all know that other people judge us because, unfortunately, we know that we judge them. Many of our worries are, we're afraid that people are going to think the same negative things about us that we think about them. In 1 Samuel, the Bible reads, "For the Lord sees not as man sees. Man looks at the outward appearance, but the Lord looks at the heart." So the solution to all this negativity is to consider the condition of our hearts. We, like the psalmist, need to say, "Create in me a clean heart, O Lord." By confessing our own wrong thoughts and attitudes and centering on God's goodness, we will be strengthened to think rightly about other people, and we will be shielded from worrying about what they think about us. In just a moment, I'm going to ask you to pause the video and read Psalm 23. As you're reading this familiar psalm, read through it slowly and carefully and write down one or two verses that really stand out to you. Before you turn the video back on, please pause and pray and ask God to give you a deeper understanding of what you're reading. Okay, it's time to pause the video. This is absolutely one of my favorite passages of Scripture. It's my go-to when I feel like a mess. It is an active description of God's goodness. The final verse is my favorite. "Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I shall dwell in the house of the Lord forever." That phrase, "surely goodness and mercy shall follow me," follow me. That's a beautiful way of saying that God has your back. You know, when we worry about what other people are thinking about us, our worries generally fall into one of two categories, that being performance or physical appearance. So let's first talk about our performance. When I was younger, I played a lot of tennis, and I would play in state tournaments. I was ranked, but my strokes were better than my record. The biggest reason why I would lose a tennis match was because I was terrified of losing it. This is commonly known as choking. If I could go back in time and talk to my younger self, I would say, "Why are you so worried about losing this match? Who cares if you lose this match? This is supposed to be fun, and you're miserable." The key to good performance is good preparation and enjoying the execution. This applies to tests, matches, games, auditions, etc. Now, let's talk about the category of physical appearance. I have two pieces of advice. The first, doctors recommend a healthy range of weight for any given height. Do not get fixated on a certain number for the scale or for the gene tag. The second piece of advice is when it comes to hairstyle, clothing, makeup, etc., buy what you think is attractive within a reasonable budget. So to summarize my advice on appearance, it could be summarized simply as this: eat healthy, exercise, and don't obsess. Well, that ends the devotion for today. Don't forget, the Lord has your back. So you can joyfully say, who cares about what other people think about you? The Lord loves you. Rejoice and be well.